So now Teofimo Lopez is calling out Bud Crawford. All right, let's see what's going on here.
Push the weight and no flex. Flex alive is one in the six. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You were when a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walking, drink blood, fangs out, full moon. Motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. All right, what is going on here? What is going on? You know, all right. Look, I don't know what's going on with this kid, Teofimo Lopez, but what else is new? What else is new? Tell me what else is new. So allegedly, Teofimo Lopez has some sort of beef with Bud Crawford. Let me read this article. It's boxing scene. I'll put the link in the description if you care to read it yourself. Terrence Crawford lashes out at Teofimo Lopez. You don't even look my way. Use a pussycat. Terrence Crawford had a ton of things to get off his chest after taking home every major world title at 147, which he did. Good job by him. Just gonna go through this. He said he might currently be enjoying his vacation, but he's been paying attention to some of the words from Teofimo Lopez, the current WBO Ring Magazine champ at 140. Recently made it known that he wants a matchup with Bud Crawford next.
What?
Being called out is something that the pound for pound star is accustomed to, but Lopez didn't merely leave it at that. He went on a rant claiming that Crawford's entire welterweight run was fool's gold, and the fighters he beat along the way were essentially shot. Well, here's my opinion on that, just to take a step away from the article for a second. I understand what he's trying to say, but once he did what he did to Errol Spence, he can no longer say that because he beat the man that was running things there. And he's undisputed at 147, whether you like it or hate it. It's a fact. It's a fact. So bro, I don't know what this is from Teofimo. What is this? Anyway, I'll read on. Controversy and trash talk is something that Crawford specializes in. At one point, both fighters were under the promotional thumb of Top Rank. On numerous occasions, they've shared the same room and appeared pretty cordial with one another. So why is Lopez taking the time to shred Crawford's resume? While Crawford isn't sure, he recently fired back. This is what he said. And I quote, Teofimo Lopez, your little itch arse. I'm trying not to be profane. Better worry about them little guys that's on your ass down there in your weight class. You're talking about a 140. This is what Bud wrote on his social media account. It's crazy. Every time I see your whole arse, you don't even look my way. But when you're in front of a camera, you got much to say. You pussycat. Now let me stop right there for a moment. I went to the presser in New York, the Bud Crawford, Errol Spence presser. I went, and I'm specifically honing in on what he said right here. Every time you're in front of a camera, you got much to say. I went there to bring content to my audience, representing the LDBC. Had a great time. Salute to Marco, he was in the building. Salute to the maniac from the Bronx. Salute to you, good brother. He was there. My brother Clarence McClain was there. And you know, we showed up, we represented. It was a great event. And Teofimo Lopez shows up, which was confusing to me because he went on a racist rant, because that's what it was, about how the world of boxing sees basically, I'm paraphrasing, but boxing sees more value in black fighters. You all heard him say it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all can pull up the quote when you feel like, when you want to. You can do it yourself. But y'all know what he said. Y'all heard what he said. I was seriously offended by it. All right? It has nothing to do with his ring performance. I just didn't like what he said. And I said, you know what? That's strange. He's a strange kid. I know he's troubled. He had mental problems, went through something with his wife and the kid. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Wish him the best with that. But when he went on that racist tirade, I lost a lot of respect for him. And after he had beaten Josh Taylor, he announced his retirement. I didn't believe him. But at that point, he was retired. So I was wondering, when he walked through the door wearing his Lopez jumpsuit, I said, what is he doing here? Is he cool with Bud? Is he cool with Errol? I didn't know. But after the presser, the cameras went up and he's basically talking to the camera. And salute to Papoose, he was there. He's talking to the camera. Salute to Captain Jack, he was there. Steve Jackson. So I'm like, he's retired. Why did he even show up here? I didn't see him talk to Bud. I didn't see him talk to Errol. I didn't see him talk to anybody, the trainers, anybody. So I said, why the F is he here? All right, he's getting some camera time. I wasn't interested in speaking to him at all. So I just got some interviews. I spoke to Bo Mack. I spoke to Derek James. And I left. So, of course, he didn't retire and anything like that. But my thing is this. The reason why I'm pointing that out. When Crawford refers to him as a hoe, but then he says, but when you're in front of a camera, you got much to say. I identify because I've seen him do exactly that. He didn't say anything to Bud. He didn't say anything to Errol. He didn't say anything to anybody, but everyone threw a camera in his face. And I said, well, this guy's retired. And that racist rant made me not even want to talk to the kid. I didn't even want to talk to him. So I found that kind of strange. But it is Teofimo Lopez, and he has strange behavior. And this is one of the strange things that he does. Why are you calling out Bud? I don't know. But that stands true. He was in the same room with Bud. If I had access to Bud, I know he did. If it was that serious, why didn't you just go up there and say, yo, look, whoever wins this, I got next. Didn't do that. So, you know, I'm not sure what this kid's, I don't know what he's trying to pull here. Clicks and views, I don't know. Is he serious about this? I don't know. Back to the article, he said it's all fun and games with a dash of violence and disrespect, but Crawford doesn't want to be a distraction. In just under a month, Lopez will be in the ring with Jermaine Ortiz, which is a good fight. There's a reason why Crawford has given he's fought a beatdown. Well, obviously, his skills are through the roof, but also he never allows anyone to rip away his focus. So he says, hey, Teofimo Lopez, nah, real ish. Good luck in your fight. Focus on him because he can fight. And I don't want you to look bad worrying about me when you got other problems on your hands. That's the article. I'll put the link in the description if you care to read it. And y'all pretty much know my opinion. But let me see if I can play this for you. Bill Haney chimed in on his Instagram. And let me see if I can play this for you, because here's what he had to say.
Yes. If you don't knock it off talking about you on Bud Crawford. I just seen you and your daddy, and y'all yelled, why didn't we offer you $20 million? So you can imagine what you'd be talking about to fight Bud Crawford. Listen, act like you got some sense. You hear that money counter in the background. Act like you got some sense. And we can make Haney versus Lopez for that 140-pound unification. Yeah, baby. Act like you got some sense. And stop talking about Bud Crawford. You don't want none of Bud Crawford, and you don't deserve none. Knock it off. Talk like you got some sense.
And there you go. That's all I got on this, man. I don't know what's going on. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Bronx on deck.